Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Saturday, July 20th, 2019. This evening, one of the top headlines is Avengers Endgame passes Avatar to become the highest grossing film ever. And the article says that tomorrow, Sunday, July 21st, in its 13th weekend, it will set the record, and the report comes from Disney. So notice it says the 13th weekend, and we're going to talk about what's so interesting about this record being set Sunday, July 21st, the anniversary of Neil Armstrong setting foot on the moon. Notice the news comes tonight, July 20th, the night the Apollo 11 mission supposedly landed the vehicle on the moon, and then the next day, supposedly Neil Armstrong walked. But in light of this coming at this anniversary, consider that the two movies that are here with the record are both space related. Obviously, the moon landing space related. The moon has 13 cycles, like a woman in a year. The 13th weekend. So I want to show you what else is so interesting about the release date of this film, April 26th, and this record being set Sunday, July 21st. So from April 26th to July 21st is 86 days later. And if you're new here, there's this really important code that the movie studios operate by. It's why they code certain numbers in their films. It's called Gematria. It comes from Kabbalah. Kabbalah's Book of Formation states, God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. The people who control major corporations, news networks, film studios, this language is very important to them. It's about pairing words that have relationships and matching numerical value and using that within dates of the calendar year. So notice, Avengers Endgame's 86, Disney's 86, 86 days after the film releases, this is the headline, or the record, so we're told. Now, I've always called 86 the symbol number. If you've been following me since 2013-14, 86 the symbol number. Symbol, pyramid, and triangle all sum to 86. One of the most famous symbols in the world is the all-seeing eye on the back of the US dollar bill. The proper title of that is the Eye of Providence, which equals 86. And think about what this is about. The highest grossing film, what's made the most money. And this is probably the most famous symbol on any money in the world. Now, with regards to the 13 weeks, if you go to a US dollar bill and you count the layers of bricks, get out your dollar bill and look at the layers of bricks and count them. There's 13 layers of bricks beneath this all-seeing eye, and for a reason. I'm going to go to the reason in just a moment, but let's finish the thought here and then we'll come back to the reason for the 13 and the symbolism of 13. Notice also Disney equals 31, the reflection of 13. If you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers. Just real quick, let me show you how this works. Got to know the 4 base ciphers. The first cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z, the 26 letters, 26. So D is worth 4, it's the 4th letter. I is worth 9, it's the 9th letter. S is worth 19, N 14, E 5, Y 25, so on. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So for example, Y in Disney, in this cipher it's worth 25, in this cipher it's worth 7, watch. Because Y is the 25th letter. The numerology of 25 is 7. These next ciphers are the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1 back to A is 26. In the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So look at this. That's all we've used. It's what I use, 90% of the time. When decoding this work, there are other ciphers, but really if you know these base 4, and honestly, if you could only use one cipher, you'd see enough with just this full reduction. For years, I just used this cipher primarily and just made enough connections. But you use all 4 ciphers, you really see what they're up to. So anyway, Disney, Avengers Endgame, symbol, they all sum to 76 as well. Disney and America and Endgame all sum to 32. This nation established 7/4/1776, a date with 32 numerology. Notice Endgame is 49 like America as well. And think about the year 1776. Avengers Endgame 76, Endgame 32. With regards to the 32 and 49, on the back of the US dollar bill, there's a lot of 13 symbolism. 13, very important to the secret society Freemasonry, especially the Scottish Rite. And notice Scottish is 32 and 49, and 103 looks like a bit like 13. 113. Think about it. Avengers Endgame released 4/26/19, a date with a numerology path of 49 as well. What are the odds? Now, about the 13 layers of bricks beneath the all-seeing eye, again, symbol, pyramid, triangle, Eye of Providence, 86. Avengers Endgame, Disney, 86. From the release of the film to the record, July 21st. The date man supposedly set foot on moon, 86. Talk about a symbol, right? The moon landing. Remember how Apollo 13 launched at 13:13 military time? If not, look it up. Anyway, the United States of America was established September 9th, 9/9. That's the day it was named. Not established, but named. The United States of America on 9/9. Notice that equals 99. Think about the 13 colonies, the 13 stripes. When you write out 13, it equals 99. In your 13 years of public school programming, the majority of your teachers would teach you this is all a coincidence. It's because they're under mind control, as are most people. Again, the 13 layers of bricks on the US dollar bill. Notice September 9th leaves 113 days. United States 11313. The Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 1776, a date with 99 numerology. It was established with 13 families. From May 1st to the date the nation was named, span of 132 days, United States of America 132. If you don't count the span, it's 131 days, the 32nd prime, America 32. Notice also the 4 months and 9 days, America 49. The nation's capital used to be the Catholic colony, by the way. The other thing to think about here, besides just the numbers, is what the name of this film is and what's going on in this world right now. If you never heard of the Georgia Guidestones, read about them. That's your assignment tonight, the Georgia Guidestones. And find a better source than Wikipedia. If you ever read Wikipedia, remember to cross-reference with about at least 3 other things. But read about these. And then think about the title of this film. And what's going on in the world, I always say the only thing more obvious in this world that's going on that's wrong than understanding this knowledge, or what's going on in regards to this, the only thing more obvious about what's wrong in the world is what's going on in the skies, which seemingly 90% of the people can't see what's going on in their skies above them each day. Chemical spray. And for what purpose? And do some research. At the beginning of this year, Harvard and forget if it was Yale or Princeton or some other Ivy League school, they came together and said what the world needs to do is start spraying the sky with aerosol to block out the sun. Go back and read those articles coming from supposedly your brightest young minds. Ask yourself if that's not already what's going on. So, people can't see that, and they can't see how obvious and redundant this is every day. That's the 2 most concerning things about everything else going on in the world. So, anyway, hopefully I'm making that point clearly. It's late. I'm tired. And I got some stories to tell from my last 2 days of being 35. Some real synchronicities in the world. I'll tell them in greater detail later, but yesterday, there's someone in my life right now who's giving my sweet lady a hard time, and it's really disappointing. But they threatened to come up here yesterday and spoil my birthday. And I said, why would you want to do that? I mean, it's just crazy talk. Why would you want to do that? And anyway, they didn't show up, but her and I were talking last night, and I said, imagine if the doorbell rang right now and they showed up. And as I said that, in the background, on the TV, like as soon as I said, imagine if the doorbell rang right now, I mean, like on cue, the doorbell rang. Like the type of thing they do in a movie, you'd say, yeah, right, that would never happen. So that was the weird synchronicity yesterday. And then today, because it was my birthday night, my friend thought I should do a little smoke. So I did a little smoke. And it didn't do anything because it was so little. I was trying not to smoke. It's funny, I'm so disciplined now. So I smoked a little bit more, and then it got me. And my sweet lady, she said to me, we were driving in the car. She goes, I think you smoked too much. And I said, yeah, maybe I did. And what was hilarious is about 3 minutes later, the next song on the radio, a song that I'm not even sure I've ever heard on the radio before, Stevie Wonder, Too High. I couldn't believe it. I said, what in the world? And anyway, I got a few other stories I'll share, but those two synchronicities on the last day were just too weird. The doorbell was just boom, right on cue. And then this Stevie Wonder thing, I just couldn't believe it. I thought, you got to be kidding me. But it was pretty funny. So anyway, even though things are grim in the world and all this stuff is just such a mockery of our existence for all of us who are awake, it's you still got to find your laughs and your smiles. So anyway, we'll leave it there, True Seeker. Till next time.